at least for now. So welcome back again, and I'll see if I can figure out something new to say this time. But actually, our history started in 15. No, it didn't. Anyway, we really are appreciative of y'all being here. And one of the nice things about this is that each one of these swearing-in ceremonies take on the sort of the color and complexion of each person here. Some of them are raucous. You saw the folks from Loudoun County. That was like a Ringling Brothers, Vaughn and Barely Circus here production. It's sort of loud and boisterous, and I guess that's just sort of takes on the color of the delegate. You know, Joseph's, a little more quiet, a little more subdued. If I were a delegate, I'd be sitting in the back with my eyes, open, my mouth shut, my ears wide open too. And I think it's great that we have older and younger and a good mix of folks here, because representing 8 million people is not an easy thing. And trying to do that, you need people from all backgrounds and all perspectives, and who really, care about this place. I don't know Joe as well as some of you all do, but what I have from him and the others, it just takes a really special person to step up here and take this stuff on. This is, not for the faint of heart, and it takes having a lot of support from your wife or your husband, your family, and your supporters. And I just think it really is good for the soul of the Commonwealth for more people to step up and do that. I don't think we want to be like Washington, where we send people up there full-time, personally. But I think it's good that people come in for a couple months, do their job here that they need to do, and then go back. They're still a delegate when they're in the session, back out in their communities. But I think they're charged and reinvigorated. And they get some good ideas and some of the things, and see the real problems, and not just reading about it or hearing about it from some staff or something thrown there. I used to work up on Capitol Hill, so I am not denigrating Washington in any sort of way. But you have a lot more of an impact. You can work hard, and you can watch good things happen around here. And you know where you stand. Your bill will live, it will die. It won't be just lingering in some sort of, suspended, state of disbelief or something. So it's really exciting to be here. I know Joe's excited. This body has been going on for a long time, as I think some of you all said, heard me say before, 400 years almost. But one of the things that we do is we're always trying to change, adapt, innovate, and improve. That's one of my mantras in life. And one of the neat things that certainly this governor has done is thought with economic development and making sure that we have jobs and prosperity, that we can try to lift the lives and livelihoods, what I was talking about a little bit before. Well, this past fall, basically around Thanksgiving to Christmas, Steven Spielberg came down here and took over this place. I think Governor McDonnell in his State of the Commonwealth address the other night welcomed everyone not to the historic chamber, but to the TV set for Spielberg. It was an interesting and fascinating experience. When I say they come in and take over, they take over. This place was transformed into the U.S. House of Representatives circa 1864, 1865. The electronic equipment were replaced with pictures of Washington and Lafayette. We had the heavy curtains here. They changed the whole front up there. All the electronic equipment was taken away. We had Tommy Lee Jones was sitting over there. He's Thaddeus Stevens was one of the main proponents in there. Spielberg's running up and down. We had, cranes and lifts and swoops, and I never did figure out what the key grip person is, but I'm going to figure that one out one of these days. But one of the worlds collide experiences, Sally Fields is sitting up there and she's knitting, doing her stuff, and she's got her tennis shoes on under her big hoop skirt. So it's sort of like, I don't think that's really period piece there. Not that I was looking, she kind of moved it up. But but then the other one, you're sitting here, and James Spader, who's sort of, in the 80s, he's sort of an interesting fellow. And that's probably being mild. But at one point, as I look around, he's in full costume in his morning coat, and he's standing over there looking out the window. And I thought he was just memorizing his lines, but he's on his cell phone. And all of a sudden, he turns back around and has these little purple glasses, that look like John Lennon or, something from the 60s. So, you never know what you're going to find when you walk in and open the door every day around here. And that's the neat thing about this place. In the legislative process, no 2 days are the same. We can have a lot of fun 1 minute in the morning hour when this place starts, and then we're into some bill, and it's not a partisan divide. Sometimes it's a regional or whatnot. So there's a lot that goes on here, and I know that Joe is going to just jump right in and participate and try to make sure he does the best job possible to represent each and every one of you all. So enough of me. Let me do my job here. The one thing I'm really supposed to do is swear him in, and then you can hear from the honorable delegate. You want to come up, Lisa? And anyone else who? Oh.
Mom, Dad, where's Dad? Mama. And Mama. Thanks, Rob.
Do you want the Bible, or are you good?
In the Bible.
Okay. Raise your right hand. There you go. Anyone else? Come one, come all. All right, there you go. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge all duties incumbent upon me as a member of the Virginia House of Delegates
as a member of the Virginia House of Delegates
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Good job. Look forward to working with you.
Well, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet because Nick already said pretty much everything for me. And we in Southwest Virginia are going to make sure that the House gets back on time and schedule. But I just want to thank all of y'all for coming down today. I don't think this would have been possible without the support of everybody that's sitting in this room, whether you helped me knock on doors or whether you made phone calls or went out to vote for me or, more importantly, donated to the campaign. I don't think it would have been possible, so I just want to thank you all, invite you up for pictures, and then we will head over to the General Assembly building on 5 East and have some food, and we can hang out as long as you would like. So, thank you.
This isn't real organized. However, if y'all just want to come down and get some pictures, and we'll just kind of go from there.
Start with people related to us.
Uh-oh. She's in charge.